Why, hello there. I want to tell you a story. Nay, it begs to be told. It's a humbling story, a story of how I made history at my girlfriend's family's Thanksgiving. Now, pull up a stool and lend an ear. The year is 2010, the place is Central Arkansas, and there was a stomach bug making its way across the nation. I need to share some background with you before we get to the main event so you understand how we got here. I had met my girlfriend that summer in Dallas at church, a wholesome place to meet a soulmate. By November, things were going really well, and it looked like it was time to meet her extended family in Arkansas. Man, I was excited. I must ask you to remember that there was a stomach bug lurking, sweeping across the nation. This one thing you must remember, or nothing that follows will seem wondrous. It had started off normally as we went to stay with her mom in a city called Fort Smith, Arkansas, but trouble was brewing in the hearts, minds, and mostly the guts of her beloved family. The next day, we drove to her aunt's house where we enjoyed a feast, and I got to meet some of the family members who were very nice, but I noticed quite a few were missing, and a few of them looked like they were a little queasy. I was told that the stomach bug had reached this part of the country as well. We ate, we laughed, and had a joyous, jovial time, but then it was time to head back to her grandmother's house for the night. This next part I had been warned about, but then it happened. Her grandmother then started cooking another Thanksgiving dinner at about 9 p.m. We then had another feast at about 10:30 p.m. and stuffed ourselves once again. At this time, I was told that I would be sleeping on the couch in the living room. This couch, you must know, was legendary. It was a couch from Neiman Marcus and was indeed older than I. Most likely manufactured in the 1970s, it was covered in plastic, which in hindsight was actually a very good thing. I helped clean the dishes like a good boyfriend does, and probably went to sleep around midnight on my plastic companion for the evening. That sounds weird. We'll just call it the couch. And that's when it happened, folks. I was awoken like I'd never been woken before. My eyes were wide open and my butt was 6 inches off the couch. I immediately knew something had gone horribly wrong. You should probably also know that I am a hot sleeper, and even when I stay somewhere other than my own house, after I get under the blanket, I strip down to my underwear so I don't get too warm. Now you've probably already guessed, the stomach bug had made its way to my gut, and I had sharted in my sleep, and somehow my hips reacted before I awoke and paralyzed me in an arch shape with my butt hovering above the yellow 40-year-old Neiman Marcus couch covered in plastic. It only took a moment to realize that a fresh pair of briefs was needed, and in my horror, I realized that my bag was in the guest room with my girlfriend. I wrapped myself in a blanket and humbly knocked on the door asking for my bag. Now I imagine her first thought was that I was fiending for drugs or some other type of vice, and when she demanded an answer, I acquiesced and told her that there had been an incident. I then cleaned myself up, went out to the kitchen, and when she came out there to meet me, I was burying the evidence in the kitchen trash at the very bottom of the trash can because I didn't know what else to do with it. That's right, I had my soiled underwear in a grocery bag, tied the grocery bag up, and was forcing it to the bottom of the trash can in the middle of the night. Long story short, I got sicker than a dog for the rest of the trip, but had a happy heart through the whole thing, and that is the weekend that she told me that she decided she loved me and wanted to spend the rest of her life with me. We got married the following September. This telling has been requested at many family events, and I was pleased to share it with you today. Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and may God bless us, everyone.